Hi everyone! Today, as I was looking through my social media, I found a post that was somewhat interesting. It was a simple statement, but it had thousands of people commenting on it and like thousands of shares as well. I started reading through the comments, and yeah, I was smiling, I was laughing at some of them. It was really interesting. And I just want to share that with you, and with that also, like, I want to just make a comment on that. It's my personal opinion, but also it's based on principle and the philosophies that have helped thousands and millions of people to reach the next level. Okay, it just opens your mind, especially when we talk about finances and changing your life. Those are two things. Just keep that in mind. Well, the post, all what it says is that buying or using a credit card is like buying without money. And I mean, it's simple, but all the comments that come after that, people saying like, yeah, that's so true. Using the credit card basically means that you're living a life that you cannot afford. That means people are buying and getting into debt, and then like that's a big trap. You agree with that, right? Like I guess we all agree with that. That could be true. But let's see the other side of the spectrum here. Not necessarily like buying with or using a credit card doesn't necessarily mean that you cannot afford to pay cash for that item you're buying. That means that you're smart. That means that you're probably creating a line of credit, or something like that. Even there are people that are using credit to build fortunes. They're making a lot of money with using money that is not their money. You can like if you need like $15,000 to open your business, you can get a credit card that can offer you $15,000 and give you 6 months without interest. You have 6 months to use those $15,000 and see what you can do from that. Yeah, there is a risk, but if you know what you're doing, if you're smart enough, you can make bank with that. Now, this is the other point. I like to talk about credit cards, but something that I use with my clients, I use, instead of the money value or the currency as a money, I use other kind of currency. We know that there are currency like it's dollars, like peso, euros, quetzal, sol, I don't know, whatever. And there is value in those things. Yes, there is value, absolutely. But there is something that I call human values. These human values, they are also like worth a lot. They worth like a lot, and they can do a lot for you. Like respect and trust. Especially the second one. That's my favorite. Trust. Let's say that that's the name of my currency that I'm going to use in this credit card. I'm a banker, and I'm going to give you a credit card with this currency. Trust. You can use this trust here in this country or any other country in the whole world. You can use it, there is a limit on that trust that I'm giving you, but you use it, and whenever there is the deadline, you meet the requirement for that deadline. You're paying it back in full, month after month. As a banker, I'm going to be thinking like, oh, this person is so responsible. I like this person like a lot. I'm going to add more. I'm going to raise that limit on trust, and I'm going to give you more of that. So then you can go and keep spending at the same time that you're coming back and meeting those requirements month after month. And that just keeps growing. You can buy a house with that. You can buy a car. You can buy your vacation. Whatever you want, as long as you meet that requirement. Now, what is on the other side? I give you this credit card with this amount of trust, and maybe you pay it in full the first month. What about the second month? You struggle a little. Maybe you just pay the minimum requirement, the very minimum. Okay. Next month, and then like you stop paying it. What is going to happen here? My relationship with you is not going to be the same. I might think like, I don't like you anymore. Likewise, you're going to say the same thing, like, oh, I don't like this banker. Like, man, they want to screw me up. So our relationship will start like changing, but there is opportunity that we can, like, you can pay that trust back. And even when we get like even on these numbers, we're going to be even. It's going to take a little more before I can give you more of my trust. You have to work like a little extra hard to receive more of my trust that you can use. Okay? Sometimes like we have to break up from that. But you can go and get with a different bank and keep going because you learned that lesson. You didn't stay there, you know? Okay. So why am I bringing this up? Does that sound like something silly for you, or like, you know? Probably. But it makes a lot of sense when you realize that that's exactly what we're doing every day, especially the way that the world is today. Okay? We can like talk about like exchanges of money. You can exchange money, currencies here, currencies there. This kind of value, trading. But what difference are we making in the world? Are we making a big enough of a difference? The question here is not like, do you want to make a difference? Everybody wants to make a difference. But how can we make that difference? The thing is this. We can make the difference by trading human life values. Human life values. What are those? Respect, tolerance, love, kindness. All these kind of things are things that we need to have at this time. Okay? Does that have anything to do with money? Believe me, it does. It does. When you make this, when you add these kind of values into your life, the life will give you a receipt for those values that you're giving. And that receipt will come in a form of money. Your finances are going to change. Your life is going to change. Your health is going to improve. There are many things attached to this. So this is my message for you today and for you to share with the world. Let's start changing our world where we are by interacting with this, by exchanging these values. Okay? Somebody wise once said this: be the change you want to see in the world.